There are lots of reasons you might not want to be a vampire. Long nights, no beach time, the very limited wardrobe. But the worst part might be the diet, since blood is a problem-packed food source. Almost as soon as you sit down to a meal, the problems with feeding on blood begin. Within minutes, your victim's blood will start clotting to prevent them from bleeding out, which will end your feast. If you do manage to keep the blood flowing, you face another potential problem. Your victim's immune system is constantly patrolling for unknown substances. So the longer you feed, dribbling saliva into your victim along the way, the more likely it is that these scouts will come across your saliva and flag it as foreign. The resulting immune response could make your dinner unappetizing, or make your victim uncomfortable enough to dislodge you. Then there are the dangers of the blood itself. Not only can blood harbor tons of dangerous pathogens that can infect you, it's also full of iron, and digesting all that iron can cause toxic molecules to build up. But an even more immediate problem is the ridiculous quantity of blood you'll have to consume. Because while blood does contain nutritious stuff, it's mostly water. So you'll need to ingest a lot of it, like many times your own weight, to get enough nutrients to survive in the first place. So you'll either need a way to quickly process all that blood, or a way to accommodate it all. And even if you can accommodate it all, you'll be easy pickings for someone else's dinner. And even after all that, in just a few days, you'll need more sustenance, which involves dealing with everything all over again. Ugh. These problems aren't insurmountable. Real-life vampires like mosquitoes, biting flies, leeches, and blood-guzzling bats deal with them every day in all sorts of creative ways. The saliva of most real-life blood drinkers is packed with anticoagulants to keep their victims' blood flowing. These are so effective that the blood may not clot for hours after a feeding session is over. The critters that stay longest at the blood buffet, like ticks, have evolved super complex spit. By switching between different salivary substances, they can evade their prey's immune systems for days or even weeks. Mosquitoes have tons of immune cells that specialize in fighting nasty pathogens, as well as proteins that pack the iron-containing parts of blood together into harmless structures. And while ticks have super stretchy bodies to hold huge quantities of blood, vampire bats process all the extra water and pee it out as they feed, so they never end up incapacitated after a meal. Fictional vampires could learn a thing or two from their real-life counterparts, since these strategies have helped blood guzzlers become super successful. Instead of thinking about vampires, both real and imaginary, as monsters, maybe we should think of them as misunderstood critters trying to navigate a bloody difficult way of life. This video was made in partnership with Bill Gates. Thanks, Bill.